The barren expanse of the lax, for stretched out beneath Commander Elaine Carter's boots. The human exploration outpost had been established only months ago, but already they'd discovered traces of alien settlements long abandoned. The Zynorians, an interstellar species renowned for their technological prowess and ruthless expansion, had once used this planet as a breeding ground for their bioengineered warbeasts. One such beast, a wolf-like creature with iridescent fur, 6 legs, and serrated claws, lay dying in the shadows of an old Zynorian base. Beside her were 3 cubs, emaciated and barely moving. Elaine froze as her scanner emitted a soft beep. The creature was tagged with a Zynorian tracking implant. A holographic record blinked into view, showing the beast's history. It was a Vinrix predator, a genetically enhanced guardian meant to protect Zynorian colonies. When the Zynorians abandoned the lax, for after a war centuries ago, they had left behind their creations, deeming them expendable. Commander called Dr. Malik, the team's xenobiologist, through the comms. Those predators are lethal. Their claws can shred reinforced steel. We should leave them be. Elaine hesitated. The mother's breathing was shallow, her once glowing eyes dim. The cubs whimpered weakly. They're dying, Malik. They're no threat to us like this, Elaine said, kneeling beside the creature. Her hand hovered over the mother's fur. What if they're more than just weapons? What if they're intelligent? Dr. Malik's voice tightened. You're risking our entire operation to save what the Zynorians bred for destruction. We don't even know if they can be tamed. Elaine ignored him, her instincts overriding caution. She retrieved a nutrient injector from her pack, administering it to the mother. The beast flinched but didn't lash out. 3 weeks later, the cubs had grown stronger, their metallic fur shimmering under the artificial lights of the human outpost. The mother, whom Elaine had named Lyra, watched over them protectively. Elaine worked tirelessly with her team to study their behavior. What she discovered was shocking. The Vinrix predators were not mere killing machines. Lyra communicated through a series of ultrasonic pulses, conveying complex emotions and instructions to her cubs. When Elaine introduced puzzles to test their intelligence, the creatures solved them with startling ingenuity. Dr. Malik reluctantly admitted they exhibited problem-solving skills on par with dolphins. It's almost as if they're pleading with us to understand them, he said one evening. But not everyone on the base was convinced. Word spread that Elaine was nurturing potential threats. Some feared the predators would turn on their human caretakers once fully grown. The reckoning. One stormy night, the outpost perimeter alarms blared. A Zynorian ship, sleek and bristling with weapons, descended from the sky. The Zynorians had returned, drawn by the reactivation of their old base. Elaine's heart sank as the alien delegation stepped into the outpost, their tall, insectoid forms radiating menace. Their leader's multifaceted eyes fixated on Lyra and her cubs. You meddle with what is ours, the Zynorian commander hissed. The Vinrix predators are weapons. They exist only to serve us, or be destroyed. Elaine stood her ground. They're more than weapons. They're intelligent, sentient even. You abandoned them to die, but we've seen what they can become. The Zynorian clicked its mandibles in disdain. Sentimentality is your weakness, human. It raised a clawed appendage, signaling for its soldiers to seize the creatures. Before anyone could react, Lyra sprang to her feet, placing herself between the Zynorians and her cubs. She let out a low, reverberating growl that shook the air. Her cubs mirrored her stance, their once playful eyes now fierce and determined. Elaine felt a surge of pride. These were not mindless beasts. They were a family willing to fight for one another. Stand down, Elaine ordered her team, then turned to the Zynorian commander. If you want them, you'll have to go through me. The Zynorian sneered, But before it could issue an order, Lyra released a series of ultrasonic pulses. The alien soldiers froze, clutching their heads in pain. Elaine's team watched in awe as the mother wolf and her cubs herded the intruders back toward their ship, using their sonic abilities to disable the aliens without lethal force. Realizing their position was compromised, the Zynorians retreated, vowing to return. A new beginning. After the confrontation, Lyra and her cubs became an integral part of the outpost. They formed a bond with the humans, serving as protectors and companions. The incident with the Zynorians led the Galactic Council to acknowledge the Venrix Predator's sentience, granting them sanctuary under interstellar law. Elaine often watched Lyra and her cubs roam the outpost grounds, their sleek forms shimmering under the twin suns. She knew humanity had gained not just allies, but a glimpse into the possibility of coexistence, even with those bred for war. For the first time in her career, Elaine felt hope for a galaxy united by understanding, not fear. And so, the deadly wolf and her cubs, once abandoned to die, became symbols of resilience and the transformative power of compassion.